Hello everyone, welcome back to Kirkley's Guitar School. So it shouldn't be a surprise to anybody that I'm a bit of a rocker at heart and you know, I like rock and blues and that kind of stuff, but I'm also a massive Motown and soul fan as well. So I thought we'd try something a little bit different today. So we're going to have a look at My Girl by The Temptations. Now this has got a great little major pentatonic style lick, with plenty of open chords to go with it as well. So I'll find it's a really good exercise for practicing changing between playing lead guitar and playing rhythm guitar. So let's get into it. I'm just going to put a quick slide up now of the half a dozen chords or so that we're going to use for today's lesson. I'll put that in now. Also, I'll put this on while I'm waffling. There's a full transcription available. First link in the description. Go to the Facebook group. Don't want anything from you, but you can download a PDF to work along this. We're going to look at the full song today, and I will also do a playthrough probably within the next week. If, as and when that's available, I'll put a link in the description, and I'll put a card above me now so that you can watch me play it all together. Right, with that being said, we're going to start with 2 bars of rest, conveniently. So what that means is we're just not going to play for the first 2 bars, and the bass guitar is going to do the. Now we're not going to put that in because it's the octave below and it's not strictly what the guitar's doing, but you just chill for the first 2 bars. And then we're going to get the guitar intro comes in bar 3. So this is, that's what we're going for. Now I want you to start on the C note, 3rd fret of the A string. I want you to start there with your middle finger. That's really important, okay? So you're going to play your middle finger on the 3rd fret of the A string, followed by your pinky on the 5th fret. Then we've got 2nd fret of the D string. We're going up to the 3rd note of the scale, up to what we call the 5th, which is the 5th fret, but also the 5th of the scale. 2nd fret of the G, 5th fret of the G, and that's all in that 3rd bar. And notice how the first note, that 3rd fret, is the longest of the two of all the notes in the bar. And you'll see that bar number 4 is exactly the same. Hear how that 3rd fret is longer than the others. Pause the video and get that under your fingers if you need to. If you feel fairly confident with that, let's move on to the next slide. So then, in the verse, when he starts singing, I got sunshine, the band's playing a C chord, and whenever the band's playing a C in the verses, we're going to play that intro riff just once. Now, when it goes to the F chord, on a cloudy day, we're gonna take that riff and play it in the key of F instead. So we're going to go 1st fret of the low E string, followed by the 3rd fret. Then as we move to the A string, we're going to go 0, 3, 0, 3 on the D. Now I was fumbling about my fingers there because I know that I'm under the microscope a little bit here. Personally, I play that 1st fret with my index finger, and then you can use either your ring finger or your pinky for all the 3s. Let me play both those bars together. And you can see over here, down at the bottom, we've got repeat markers, brackets, and it says times 4. So we're going to do that 4 times. Etc. Pause the video if you need to. If not, we're going to go into what I've deemed the pre-chorus, and that's the I'd guess you'd say can make me feel this way. Now, I've tried to make this as accessible as possible. Now, this would be like level 1 if you like. You're going to catch each of those chords and they're going to last for 2 beats apiece. Okay? So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So each of those beats, that C chord lasts for 2 beats, D minor lasts for 2 beats. I've put F major 7 in, again to make it more accessible. If you want to play the bar chord, by all means please do. And it's probably what they're doing on the record, to be honest. And then G. I've seen people do it like this as well. If you're okay with bar chords, by all means, please put that in. Now, when it comes to Motown rhythm guitar, I've just waffle for a second. When it comes to Motown rhythm guitar, the guitarists spend most of the time playing bar chords and hitting the second and fourth beat of the bar, mirroring the snare drum. So if I was playing this in a proper, authentic soul setting, I'd be going... Yeah, that's they call it the ice pick, and I should be playing with a bit of a sharper sound. You might hear them doing that on the record. Depending on where you are, I want you to tailor those chords to whatever fits for you. Okay? What we're going to do, for all intents and purposes, for today's lesson is just stick to C, D minor, F, G. You can salt and pepper this to taste. It's entirely up to you. But if you're fairly new or what we call an advanced beginner, this is what I want you to play. Okay? Pause the video if you need to. If not, let's have a look at the chorus. Now, we're going to do some strumming in the chorus. So, we've got a down, down, up, down strumming pattern. Now, I'll put a card up and I'll also put a link in the description. If you want some extra help with this strumming pattern, I did make a video on it a couple of months ago that you can watch and then come back. We're going to play a C chord for 2 bars. So, you're going to go, my girl, talking about, and then you're going to go to D minor. Same strumming pattern for those 3 bars. Can you see the rhythm underneath, yeah? And then when you go to the final bar, you're going to play a G on beat 1. And then you see the rest down here. Over here. After that G chord, I want you to touch the strings of the guitar with the picking hand. And then you're going to play 2 very quick F, F, G, G. So again, I've put F major 7 in there to make it more accessible. If you want to do the 2 bar chords there, by all means, please do. I'm probably going to do those with 2 downstrokes, each of the fast chords. Down, 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 down. You could go, if you wanted to do, either's fine. Let me play all 4 bars for you. Now, I've muted that there. You don't need to mute that because we're going to, in the next slide, you'll see we're going elsewhere. But pause the video if you need to. Don't forget you can download this PDF for free and print it out and you can sort of scribble all over it as you see fit. You can write the downs and the ups if you need to. Down, down, up, down if you need to. If you feel like that's a little bit beyond you, just do 4 Cs, 4 strokes per bar, 4 Cs. 4 Ds, and just hit that first G. It's up to you. Make it scale, make it fit where you're at. You know, I'd much rather you participate than not. Pause the video if you need to. If not, we're then going to go back to verse 2. And verse 2 is exactly the same as verse 1. 4 times. We're then going to go back into a pre-chorus. I guess you'd say, what can make me feel this way? Sorry for the little blip there, folks. I've run out of slides, so I had to load them all back into OBS. So we've just done the second pre-chorus, and we're going into the second chorus. Now, nothing new has changed here at all. Down, down, up, down. 2 bars of C. Bar of D minor, G, F, F, G, G. And again, you can use downstrokes or downs and ups for those fast chords. Either way is fine. So then, pressing on. Now this is where it starts to get a little bit wibbly wobbly, okay? Where the song gradually moves from the key of C to the key of D and finishes in the key of D. So it's a really interesting study for harmony. We're going to go back to the very beginning of the chart, or we're going to play I shouldn't say we go back to the very beginning, but we are playing what we played at the very beginning of the chart. So we're going to rest for 2 bars, and the bass is going to do the... And then we come in with... Like we have done before. Nothing new there. And now we hit the instrumental section. Now you will hear the guitar continues to do this. for the remaining 4 bars on here. Now, the instrumental's an 8-bar section, okay? If you want to do the riff here, by all means, please do. But for this example, I'm going to be playing chords, and I'll explain why I've chosen to do chords at the end of the video, okay? And my approach to playing the whole song. So we're going to do down, down, up, down on a C chord, F major 7, C chord, F major 7. Again, if you want to use the bar chord, please be my guest. Either is fine. Sorry, I played 2 bars of C there, didn't I? And you should hear violins and a string section doing some lovely melody. And as we get into the 4th slide, or the 5th bar of this section, we're now going to start, the harmony's going to start to turn a little bit now. So we've got D minor, all with down, down, up, down, to G, E minor, and then we're going to hit an A chord and the rhythm changes, and this is the only bar out of the 8-bar phrase where we break the down, down, up, down strumming pattern. And you're going to go A, 1 and 2 and 4. Now, if you just need that sort of audible thing to latch against, the rest of the band are doing this, okay? So just try and lock in with that. You've got 3 sharp stabs with and then a rest, and then 2 more. Notice how I touch the strings to stop it from ringing. Whether you use the fretting hand or the picking hand, either's fine, okay? Let me play all 4 bars. You see how I did it with my me picking hand that time. Pause the video if you need to get that under your fingers. If not, right then. So this next bit lulls you into a false sense of security a little bit, because you can see the light at the end of the tunnel for the end of the song, and then this song throws you a complete curveball. So we're now playing the intro riff, but we're in the key of D this time instead of the key of C. So everything that we've played in the verses, we're now going to add 2 frets to it. So instead of starting on fret 3, we're going to start on fret 5. Again with the middle finger still on the A string, 5th fret of the A string, and then we're going to play fret 7 with his pinky, move down a string, fret 4 and fret 7, down a string, fret 4 and fret 7. Bam, 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 bam. Still major pentatonic, we're just in the key of D. And then we're going to move down to the 3rd fret of the low E string, not the A string. Don't confuse it with the first one. You're going to go 3, 5, 2, 5, 2, 5. And you're going to do that 4 times, combined with a key change pre-chorus. So you've got D, D major, E minor, G, A, and it's repeated twice. So it'll go. What can make me feel this way? And then we go into as chorus, which is the very last thing that we're going to look at. 3 bars of down, down, up, down. E minor. Now instead of going to the A chord, you can go to the A chord there if you want. But what I've opted to do here instead is I'm following the pattern that everybody else in the band's doing, which is like this descending, this little descending line, which is two picks on the 5th fret of the low E string with a down and an upstroke, down to the 3rd fret, 2nd fret for 2, open string for 2. You do that, it's like 2.5 times. I've written 3 because of the fade out. So I hope that was helpful, a little bit of something different. Let me know what you thought in the comments. For the tones, I'm just using the middle pickup on the Jazzmaster with a clean tone with plenty of reverb, because that's just what they did back in those days. Now, my approach for this song has been to just play, when I get contracted to play guitar on gigs, there's never 2 guitarists on the gig, so I've got to try and do the lead and the rhythm at the same time. And the way I've structured this is how I'd play it if I was the only guitarist on a gig, which 9 times out of 10, that's the scenario that I'm up against. And I think it's a really good exercise for you as students of the guitar to be able to practice both rhythm and lead in the same piece. Go to the Facebook group for a free PDF, and I will don't want anything from you, completely free. We're nearly up to 100 members now, which is really cool. So yeah, go over there for that. And if you want to watch me play it with the rolling tab like I've done a few times, if as and when that's available, there'll be a link in the description, or I'll put a card up for you to watch it. I will see you next week for another electric guitar lesson. Thank you so much.